Okay, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program. Talking to the experience. See what's going on here? Waiting for me to come out the building so you can walk across the street, standing by his car right there. Why you got the lights on? Huh? Bro, you realize you got your lights on? I'm just leaving. Look at him. Showing me his phone. Dressed in all black. Like I said, they always got to find some sandals. And look, see the synchronized with the white guy again. So, and I figured something was up with it, with the transit app. So I ended up downloading another transit train and bus app, and this one says that there's a bus that is coming in 11 minutes. All right, so I want you guys to understand again how they manipulate shit. You know, I would have been waiting over by Pam till, you know, minutes to 11, you know what I'm saying, to leave to get the bus. When they are manipulating the apps to give, to not show when buses are coming, but to only show just one bus at coming at forget what time it says, something like 10. I would have to wait for over an hour, put it like that, in order to leave so I can get the bus, right? You know, like I said, as a TI, you know, if you've been in this program long enough, you begin to understand what it is that they do. Okay? You begin to understand what it is that they do. Now, like that, let me tell you how, again, just like in front of Pam's building, with the lights on in his vehicle, the other one here flashing his hazard light. You don't need to, bro. You right there. Why are you flashing your lights? Right? But again, I want you guys to see what it is that they do. Alright? Like I said, there's nothing that they haven't done before. And it's very obvious. You know, you're parked, your vehicle is parked. Right? You right there. Why you have your hazard light turned on? Makes no sense. Right? I mean, you look at things, you know, you don't park and then put your hazard light on and you sit down in front of your car. You know? Again, the use of, and again, the car is black. Right? The color black. Right? So, yeah. They love to do that, man. Also, my hip yesterday, because of the extreme remote neural monitoring and the extreme targeting, I couldn't walk on my right leg because my hip was hurting. It was so painful. No, look. I got the black book guy. You gonna walk across? So. Yeah, I got. My bag is brown. Let me walk in front of him. Walk back and forth. See, they try to get me to stay by Pam, so they're using the color black to try to manipulate me into staying. You know, I told you guys how they start using the color black with me. It was from this after this court officer and this white court officer and a black male court officer came up to me, and at the time, it's, you know, my first son, his mother, and the white officer was like, "Leave her alone." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know, and so because I guess they didn't want me to. You know, I wonder. I'm thinking about why did they do that? Is because they didn't want me to recognize the voice of the black court officer. I mean, you know, that's the only reason why I can think as the reason why she would say something and he remained quiet. You know. So anyhow, so yeah, so from that time, after that, they were flash mobbing me with people just wearing all black. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, they used to try to use that to control my emotions and my behavior when it comes to my son. My first son. This is why I took a DNA test. You know, because of the whole incident with his mother. So I ended up taking a DNA test. And the test came back with the results where it says that he is 99.99%. He is my son. Biologically, he is my son. Right? But who knows? I mean, them motherfuckers, they've been known to falsify DNA evidence or DNA results. We've seen that up in Boston where you had and there are other cases too across the United States where you have these forensic lab who are falsifying DNA evidence, right? I should tell you, man, and particularly it affects black people because this is who they target, So yeah, it's interesting, right? And on the subject of DNA, a lot of these companies now, like 23andMe, and other DNA ancestral sites, Ancestry.com. What is it? What did I just say? 23. I forgot. But anyway, these DNA genealogical sites or companies, they have been bought up by private equity companies, and guess what? Now they sell your DNA for research. Not only that, but they allow the law enforcement to access your DNA without a warrant. Okay, right? And because your DNA is on private databases where law enforcement can access your DNA and do whatever it is they want to do with it. I'm telling you, man, it's like America is really, they want to talk about freedom. You have no freedom here in the United States. You have the illusions of freedom, okay? When companies can do that, can take your DNA, okay? You send in your DNA for ancestry result. Once you get the result, they should not have your DNA on their database. They should destroy it. Put it like that. They should destroy it. They're not allowed to sell your DNA because they're selling your DNA, doing research on your DNA, and they're making billions of dollars off of your DNA, and you're not getting any. You are not getting any. But they're very crafty when it comes to getting the public to do certain things that goes against their interests. Yeah, you get a benefit out of it by knowing your ancestry, but really, does it really make a difference? You're here, you're in the now, in the present, And on top of that, why are these companies, selling your DNA? That's ridiculous. It really is. But like I said, they know how to manipulate people's mind, and America's a highly capitalistic country, right? So they'll continue to do things and make money off of people while they're making billions of dollars and you're not making anything. Meanwhile, they've been outsourcing jobs to other countries for cheap labor. They are now installing robots in fast food restaurants in order to cut down on their human workforce. And they're building bigger jails. They're building bigger jails because they know what's to come. They know with mass unemployment, because again, this is what they're doing. Okay, they are going to create mass unemployment. You wait and see. Okay. Well, look at this big rat. Look at this big rat. Oh my goodness! Look at this big rat. You guys can see it. This is the second rat in yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, me and my daughter went to the grocery store, and as we were walking by, we saw another rat just run in front of us. Now look at this one over here. Let me tell you, New York City got some big rats, man. That sucker looked like a squirrel. Okay, that's how big it was. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Also the reason why they may see if I didn't check the app, I would have been standing out here for almost an hour if that was the case. But again, the other app said that the next bus would be here in 11 minutes. So hopefully that app is correct, and the transit app that I use first is the official transit app. Okay, and so we'll see. The other app that I use, I don't think it's the official trans of that, but they notice it has the schedules on there. So, yeah, hear the noise campaign in the background. Okay. See there? They know when I expose the shit that they do. They do it just to get me to stay. Why? All this, all other times they want me to leave. Right? And again, that's just to show you how they put you in this. If you don't know what's being done to you, you will be in a highly confused state. You will. You will end up being in a highly confused state because they will have control over your emotion, over your action, and you have no idea, no clue what it is that they do. You're just going through the notions, going through the manipulation, right? So, like I said, any other time, they will, they want me to leave, right? But again, it's to, if you want to do something, they're not going to let you do it because again, that's the way their mind works. That's how this programs work. It's to go against whatever it is that you're doing and what you're saying. Just like with Pam, like I told her yesterday when I spoke to her, I said, hey, if you're tired, come home, get some rest, and then you can go to the grocery shop, in the morning. But like I said, she had her own agenda, and look what happened. So like I said, you can't talk sense to people that don't want to listen, particularly if they have a very dysfunctional and chaotic mind, and they think that they like I was watching a highlight of the A Train, right? So this guy, running back for the Tampa Bay Bucks, big guy, he's a fullback, but very nimble on his feet, very agile, powerful fullback, right? You can, basically he's a running back. He's just big, and this dude was running everybody. I mean, he was moving like Emmitt Smith. The way he planted his feet, able to shift. And again, a very, very powerful back. But he had two neck injuries. Right? And he was saying, my mind is saying, I could do this. I should do this. But my body is saying, no, you can't. And this is why I've been trying to relay them to her, to Pam. Right? Your mind is telling you all the things, but your body is saying that you shouldn't do it. But you do it anyway. And then, you feel the repercussions. And it's not good. Okay? Because you're tired. Your body's going to be hurting you, all this stuff. And then there's the kids that's suffering. So I stayed over last night. And, this morning I woke up, made us breakfast. And I ended up giving her a massage. And then I walk into her bedroom to ask her a question, and she's yelling at me. She's like, "I'm on the phone." I'm like, "Hey, I don't know you're on the phone. I have headphones on because I'm watching YouTube." Everybody in the living room. My daughter's on her computer. My son is on his computer, and there's a computer that I built that I'm actually continuing to test out. I usually test out these computers for about 2 weeks of playing. If I build a computer that I want to sell, I test it out maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and just to make sure it's consistent and everything is working fine, just to put it through the ringer and then put it back in the box that I bought the case from. So I just been watching YouTube on it, so I had my headphones on, and I walked to her bedroom and I was asking her something because I was also folding clothes. I did laundry also. I did laundry today too, just because I wanted her to rest because of what happened yesterday. I know it was very hard on her. And she's yelling at me. And I'm like, hey, calm down. I said, don't act like that because you're on the phone with whatever dude you're speaking to, or whoever it is that you're speaking to. Why, you don't want them to know that I'm here? You don't do that. Then I walk into the kitchen again, and she was on the phone. I didn't know. And she quickly turned around, I'm on the phone. I'm like, Pamela, I didn't know. I did not see you have your earbud in your ear. All right, you hear the sirens? So after all of that mess now, right, about 10 minutes later, she walks into the living room, asking me a question. And I'm like, are you still on the phone? And she's like, yeah. And I'm just like, there you go. See, again, it's okay for her to do it, right? She's on the phone. He come ask me a question, and she could tell me whatever. But if I ask her a question and she's on the phone, again, I may not know she's on the phone because she's not talking. I'm not hearing her talking. I would know that she's on the phone. As I said, it's the chaotic mindset. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. And again, she's watching my daughter here late because it's after 9, and she was, and I've been telling her. I said to her, you have Alyssa's here to wash, right? But she's in her bedroom, putting on makeup, dressing up so she can take selfies. And I'm just like, come on, you're going to be almost 50. And this is your mindset again. But like the guy said, he's like, yeah, my mind is saying I can still do this, but my body's saying, no, you cannot do this. And imagine if he had listened to his mind and go play, what would have happened to him, right? But she's constantly listening to her mind and then feeling the effect afterwards. But that's what I get for trying to be supportive. And I've always been supportive of her, right? But her, on the other hand, being supportive in ways that counts, no, never. Okay, but it is what it is, and like I said, it is what it is. I know who I'm dealing with, but my sons, my kid, my son, my daughter, my kids are important, and I want them to at least get good grades, get good marks. You gotta be perfect. Because I know it's hard for them right now. For the past few years, they've been dealing with a lot. They've been dealing with a mother who has been disassociating themselves from their schoolwork, from their psychological health. And like my daughter, she started making all these concoctions with all these stuff, and she's asking my daughter why. And I've told her why. I said, because of you, because you abandoned them. When you go out on your dates and you leave them in the house all day and all night, right? I said, what do you think that does to children? I said, yeah, my son is 14 years old, but from the time he was 10 years old, you've been doing that shit. You've had a babysitter here for 2 years who never once helped them with their homework. And when I ask you why she didn't help them with the homework, you're telling me that that's not her job. I'm like, what do you mean that's not her job? She's watching the kids during the day when they go to school. Okay, and then you come home at 6, 7, whatever, and she was doing to the babysitter what she was doing to me. Coming home whenever she feel like it, because she figured that's there. And this girl got tired. After 2 years, and she stayed there for 2 years. Okay, she got tired. She's like, look, I have plans, and you come whenever you want to come. Like, come on. And she felt, I'm just giving some extra cash, that's going to be okay. It's not okay. So, like I said, for 2 years, the kids didn't hardly do their homework. Only when I would come over on my weekend, I would help them do their homework. I make sure they do their homework and read. And she wouldn't even bother. So now my daughter, like, she can, if we're doing work, like I put stuff for her to do, after half an hour, she shuts down. She don't want to do anymore. So I got to get her back into the habit. Get her not back into the habit, but get into the habit of sitting down and not being distracted and doing the work that I gave her to do. And like I said, she should be able to sit down and do the work for an hour, and then I give her a break, right? And actually, that's it. Then the next day, she reads. Okay, she reads, and that's it. So it's not difficult. It's just that the way how they've been used to it for the past couple of years. Because before COVID, I used to sit down with my son, and I used to have her help him do his homework with him. But again, she would, after 10 minutes, she walks off and she goes back in her room. And I said to her, Pamela, you didn't want to help Alyssa. I said, okay, I'll sit down with Alyssa, I'll help her. You help Ethan. But you don't even want to help Ethan do his homework. So, like I said, these women today, right, having kids, the kids become an accessory. When they're younger, they get all the attention. That's what they love. They love the attention from having newborn children, particularly up until they're like, 4 years old. But then when they turn 5 and they got to go to school, and then it's like a whole different thing now, because now you got to, help them with their homework. You got to do all this stuff, right? They don't want to do it. They don't. They can't be bothered. Well, the bus is not coming. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but it's past 11 minutes. Okay, and I don't see a bus coming. It's crazy, but this is retaliation. That's what this is. This is retaliation, and again, it's a Sunday night. All right, it was going on 9:30. There's no way that a bus should be taking over an hour to come. All right, it's ridiculous. It really is. But it is what it is. They really want to get me to stay, man. I'm saying, make up your mind. Either you want me to stay or you want me to go. You can't have it both ways, okay? So I'm going. Yeah, a lot of times too, they also want to hurt my back. So after about 10, 20 minutes of standing with my bag on my back, I have to take my bag off. So right now my bag is off my back, it's on my shoulders. And, because again, they do this stuff, even though it may not seem like anything, but for a person that has a back injury or a leg injury, or if your leg is hurting, standing up this long, will further exacerbate your injury. Okay, and they know this. Like I said, when I'm talking, look, in Xerxes Zoom, the purpose is to break you down in every single way, right? Which is psychologically, biologically, psychologically, neurologically, and this is how they do it too. Well, they're able to use their authority to manipulate the transit system, right, to where they'll either have buses just drive past you, don't stop. My brother used to experience that too, so I have only until I would say within the past few years I started to experience it in that way. Okay, and particularly when I used to go pick up my son from school, and he was when he was in 7th grade or 6th grade, right? Because in New York City, it used to be in elementary school will be 6th grade, but now junior high school starts at 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. All right. So public school is from public elementary school is from K to 5th grade, and then junior high school now from 6th to 8th grade. Right, and again, high school is still 9th to 12th grade. Okay, so when my son was in 6th grade, I had to go pick him up, and we would wait for the bus. And he used to get out of school at around 2 something. Okay, about 2:37, I think 2:37 or 2:30, and literally you have to wait till 4 o'clock for a bus. Okay. Now here's another thing too, what they'll do. So he come with the loud music in his vehicle, and you hear the police sirens in the background, right? Also, the number 9 they have been using recently. Whenever the number 9 is being said, or if I'm reading something that had number 9 in it, they will, a lot of it too has to do with a lot of Freemasonry. Okay, so 32 degrees Masonry, the 9th, I think it was the 9th ether, something like that. These numbers, again, I'm slowly but surely getting into those other things. So, maybe, like I said, sometimes I have to expand my knowledge base. Though I have not gone too much into that, but when I look at the numbers that they use, especially in my targeting, how they are particularly numbers when it comes to Freemasonry. But hey, like I said, I don't want to get too much into that. That's just me speculating at this point, right? So yeah. Oh, wasn't I just talking about DNA testing? Look, all of a sudden, look, what happened? QuestDiagnostic.com. Right? You see, like I say, but they do this for a reason. They do this for a reason. I have never seen that, only until today when I started talking about DNA stuff, and I was posting on Facebook about the DNA, about how this police officer in New York City, how he gave a 12-year-old a soda, and when the 12-year-old drank the soda, he took the soda and stored his DNA on the police database. Can you believe that shit? New York City. Like I said, people think that you live in New York City is not racist, but New York City is one of the most racist states in America. Okay? New York is one of the most racist states in America. And it's liberal racism, okay? Not conservative racism like you have in the South and in the Midwest. This is liberal racism, just like Chicago, just like LA, right? These so-called liberal cities, they're some of the most racist places you can live. Okay? Unbelievable. Oh, freaking unbelievable. I'm here to stand up on one leg because my hip still hurts. I tell you, and they know exactly what it is that they're doing. Again, it will cause you further injury. And I know what it is that they're doing. So you have buses going in the other direction, but the buses coming in my direction, there's none. You gotta wait over an hour, right? But in the other direction, this bus is constantly going. Look at this mouse. Look at this rat. Not even a mouse, a damn rat. Look, he's not even scared. Look. He's not even scared. Look at that. He's not even scared. Wow. He's like, how you doing, sir? You got any food? Wow. I mean, you have in the subway, you see people on the subway train sleeping, and rats crawling all up on their shoulders and their legs. These rats, they don't play. They don't play. They're not afraid, let me tell you. These are the gangster rats, okay? They are not afraid. All right? You know, like, wow. All right, anyhow. Okay, I'm going to end the recording. You know what? Because I think I left my portable battery charger, so I don't want and again, this is another reason why they do certain things too, you know, because I record. So I don't want to keep recording for too long because, again, it'll drain my battery on my phone, and they might do something that I might really need to record and not be able to. All right, so talk to you guys. Look at the fire truck just go past down, went down that way. Okay. All right. Talk to you guys in the next video.